This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And for today's video, I want to show you how I like to go back and forth between systems when I'm playing at the casino, and let me know what you think about it down in the comments if you would. And let's get started. So a lot of times I start with my Play Like a Pro system, so I'll do the first few with this, and then I'll show you kind of how I like to go back and forth between systems. So if we're going to use the 6 outside bets, we can bet on even. We can bet against even. So start with odd. Let me go get rid of that. We'll go with $10 units. Okay, and now we're going to double that. Basically what I'm doing is having at least 2 things to bet against before I start a sequence. Okay, and now we can either pick red, so we're up $10. After this one, I'll switch to a different system. Just show you how a lot of times I switch back and forth between systems as I'm playing. So right now we're up $20. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch to another one of my favorite systems, which is to put sorry for my dog barking there. $20 on each of 2 corners in the first 12 and 60 on second and third. So we're up 20 right now. And then I'll also show you how, if this were to lose, how I recover from it, because it is a 160 loss. But first, let's see if we can get some wins doing it this way. Okay, and we're up 60. We have a 1. Okay, and we lost 160. So now we're down $100. So let me show you what I usually do if I have a big loss. And I usually have a pretty good startup fund when I start, so keep that in mind. That's one thing that's really important to have, to be able to have the chance of getting what you're wanting, back out of it. And let me show you what I do. Okay, we're going to have 150 on each of the 2 12s and see if we can get our money back pretty quick here, and then we can restart. Okay, so we got 1 win there. And basically what I do on that is I go 2 up, 1 down. So, for instance, the next one would be 140 because we won at 150. And the goal would be to try to get back down to 100. Or anytime you get up like we just did, you can start back over with the system that you were using. Okay, so then we would go to 130. We're up 190 now. Okay, we're up 320 now. So then you go to 120 if you wanted to keep going with this system. And if you lose, you go up 2 units higher. So we'd go from 120 to 140. But we won, so now we're going to go, now we're at 440. And then we're going to go to 110. So I'll show you an example of that. We lost at 110, so now we go to 130. And let's mix it up here a little bit. 130 each. You can see we went up 2 units. So we got it. So then if we win at 130, then you just go back to 120. So 1 back, 2 forward, basically. We're up 350. Let's see if we can get one more win, and then I'll switch back to the other system. And I think we got it. Okay, so now we're up 470 again. Then you can go back. A lot of times I go back and forth to playing the 6 outside bets with something to bet against. So we have a bunch of odds in a row. So I'd start with $10 on even. Okay. And then whenever I feel like it, I'll go ahead and start back with the $60 on 2 of the 12s, and then I'll put 20 on 2 of the corners in the one that's not fully covered. See if I can get some multiple wins in a row. Okay, so we're at 500 now. One thing to remember though too, the system that I used where I started with 150 on each, you need about a $2,000 bankroll to use that. So that's something to keep in mind. But always also keep in mind that you can use any of these systems if you just adjust the size of the unit that you're using based on what bankroll you do have. So just keep that in mind. All right, we're going to try to get some wins in a row. We're at 540 right now. Okay, and you can get a lot of wins in a row like this. You will lose 160 if you don't hit. So the key to this is getting a few wins and then getting out. Okay, so let's get out before we lose. We're up 580. And then you can look and see. We have a bunch of evens in a row. Oh, sorry for the pop-up here. I forgot to turn that off. So let's bet on odd because we have some evens to bet against. And we got that. And, then you can switch right back if you want to, having 60 on each. And then 20 on 2 corners. You can pick 2 different ones if you want. And try to get some more wins in a row. Try that one more time. Okay, so now we're up 630. So that's how, and especially if I get bored with one system, I'll go back and forth between like 3 systems like this. And I only use that one system to recover after, if I have a big loss on one of the other 2 systems, that's when I use that recovery system. But remember, you need a good bankroll for that. And let me know if you like this system down in the comments, or any of these systems down in the comments. And if you have a system you're using, I would love to see it. Please send it in, and I'll showcase it on the channel for you and see what everybody thinks. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week. And this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.